Hi, my name is John.
And my name is Alice. You're watching Math Videos for Parents. We help you so that you can help your kids with math. And John, in one of our earlier videos, we talked about how games can actually be a nice way to introduce math and to reinforce math in a way that, that's fun for everybody. And my understanding is we're going to be talking about some popular games today.
Yes, games in math can be a fun way to increase students' facility with using numbers and really developing their understanding of, place value and multiples of 10 and, that collective understanding of how numbers relate to one another and the magnitude of numbers is called number sense. And through these activities, such as Splat, as you see on the screen right now, and a couple of others, we can help students develop their number sense in a very fun way that looks a little bit different than repeated skill and drill of a worksheet.
I mean, who wouldn't like something that's called Splat, for one thing?
Exactly.
Right?
Just reminds me of like
alone is fun.
GAC and all that from when we were kids. But yeah, so Splat is an activity developed by Steve Wyborny, and it's really, really easy to use. The concept behind Splat is that you have 19 dots that you should be seeing. That number is always specified up front so that you know what the total is. The problem is you see some of them. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and the rest seem to be hidden by these splats. Now the rest would be 12 because there should be 19. I only see 7. The difference is 12. The idea is that those 12 dots are hidden under these splats, but each splat contains the same number of dots. And it's the job of the student to figure out how many dots is each splat hiding. So we can take a guess, is it 1? The problem is that's only 4. I need to find 12. So then I try 2. Could each splat be hiding 2 dots? That's only 8 dots now among the 4 splats. So that's not quite enough either. If I throw in a third dot, now I have 12 dots altogether with each splat hiding 3 dots. So the answer here is that each splat is hiding 3 dots. And I could either draw it, or a student might realize that I have 12 dots hidden evenly among 4 splats. We can also just do 12 divided by 4 to get the answer more quickly.
And long term, they're actually doing algebra essentially, correct?
Exactly. So the funny part about this activity is that what really went on here was students were solving this equation: 4 splats times an unknown number of dots in each splat plus the 7 that we see equals 19. And in middle school, students are shown this very procedural algorithm for solving the equation. So doing an activity like this in elementary school helps students get ready for the more abstract equation solving they're going to face later on. It gives them a really good intuitive understanding of the procedure of solving an equation.
That's great. It helps them put it in context, I imagine.
Yes. Yep.
Wonderful. All right. And this is a free game, is that correct?
Yes. So the website is stevewyborny.com, and he offers a bunch of different splats that you can use. You could do something for a lower grade. You could see here splat through 10. So going back to our discussion of number sense and base 10, 10 is a part of the standard. We reference number and base 10 quite frequently. So for our beginning learners, they might just have to figure out there's 10 dots total. The splat is hiding a bunch of them. We only see 3. Or I guess in this case, I'm sorry, there were 7 dots total. We only see 3. How many is a splat hiding? So it will be hiding 4. And then as you move up the grade levels, you can have multiple splats like we just did. Or you could even make it more challenging and ask students, what could the total be? Having them sort of work backwards. And then they could generate cases. Like if each splat held 2 dots, the total would be this. If each splat held 5 dots, what would the total be? Then you can have them look at patterns in the totals they're generating.
Excellent. So this is a game that really grows with them as their skills, as they pick up more skills.
Correct. Yeah. So you could use it across the grade levels from kindergarten all the way up.
Excellent.
All right, let's check out another. So SD Mysteries are another popular game, courtesy of Steve Wyborny, and these can be found in PowerPoint form if you would like to see it done that way. I thought for ease I would just show the whole thing on one screen. So students are given a situation where they have a cup and there's items in the cup. In this case, we have these nice triangular blocks. Sometimes there's gummy bears or toy cars or like all sorts of fun stuff. And students are challenged to estimate how many items they believe are in the cup.
So I was wondering where the name SD Mysteries came from.
Exactly, yeah. SD Mysteries, like estimate, but it's a mystery.
I see.
And you know, they're very colorful. They draw students in, and the idea is they will lay out their initial guesses, whether they're in a classroom or online or at home, and then this teacher or parent then starts going through clues. So then the first clue given would be the numbers less than 70. So at that point, if the student's over 70, they might want to make an adjustment to their guess to get it under 70. Then they're given a second clue. The answer does not include the digits 1, 3, or 5. So then they have to look at their number and make adjustments. And the funny part about that is it the first number that's not 3 or the second number that's not 1, 3, or 5? Same for the first. Like maybe the first doesn't have a 1, 3, or 5, or maybe it's the second. So they have to wrestle with that a little bit to decide, you know, which digit it is that doesn't belong. The third clue is that it's an odd number, so that slashes out, you know, many values from our list of possibilities. So I think at this point the excitement starts to really build. And then the fourth clue is that we're working with a prime number. So
that's a big reveal, right?
That's a big reveal right there. And not only are these exciting, but it offers students, teachers, parents, you know, whoever's doing the activity, lots of good opportunities for not only estimating, but for reinforcing vocabulary like odd number. You know, what does that mean? Odd number. Prime number. Which numbers are prime? Which ones aren't? A lot of odd numbers happen to be prime numbers, but is every odd number a prime number? Those are great discussions that can follow as a result of this activity.
That looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to play it at my next dinner party.
Yeah, they're super fun. And they come, you know, if you go to Steve's website, they also come in downloadable PowerPoints. So this is just one that I had on my dashboard. This was a different kind of block that I'm not familiar with, but it looks like it's a kid's toy and a nice little glass there. And same thing, they get clues that can reveal, you know, as you click present, and then, you know, there's always you know, that reveal part at the end that's just so fun. So you can download them in PowerPoint form as well. And it's just a great fun activity that you can use as a quick little math game to get students thinking and talking.
Excellent. Fantastic. And again, it's amazing these resources are free and just available to everybody. So wonderful.
Yeah, there's a lot of great folks out there on Twitter and in the social media world who do these things for free and who are just so willing to talk and collaborate and share. So if you're not on Twitter, you can also check out Steve Wyborny and these activities on Twitter. They often get pushed out right when they're made.
Excellent.
So if you want to be on the cutting edge, Twitter is the place to be.
The cutting edge of math. And did you have a third game to show us?
Yeah, so the last one is a fan favorite in pretty much any grade level, and it's called Which One Doesn't Belong. And the premise behind Which One Doesn't Belong is that students are shown 4 things. So in high school, these things could be 4 graphs, 4 equations, 4 expressions. In elementary school, it could be 4 numbers, 4 shapes. Heck, it could even be 4 coins. And the idea is that once shown these 4 different things, students are asked to identify which of the 4 they think doesn't belong and to supply a reason for it. In an in-person classroom setting, this could be done by putting a Post-it note up on the projector or the board or whatever. Online, you can have students put like a Pear Deck dot or a Google Jamboard sticky note. You know, you have options for how you can implement it. You know, if you're at home with your family, you can just talk about it. You know, there's ways to do it. But the beauty of it is no one's really wrong. I think anybody can identify a reason for why one of the 4 doesn't belong. Alice, I'm actually curious, which one do you think doesn't belong?
I mean, I would say the quarter in the lower right because it's the only one that is a single coin.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. That is a valid reason for saying why it doesn't belong. Um, I happen to think the top left one doesn't belong because that one's on tails and the rest of them are on heads. Do you
So
see
it's a
any
lot of
others?
like recognizing patterns, and there's many, many patterns hidden in here. Yeah.
Exactly. Do you see any others? Can you think of a reason why the top right would not belong?
Well, they're not the same color coins as the other three.
Exactly. That could be a great observation for any learner in the classroom that the color is different on the penny than it is for the other three coins shown.
This is fun.
And you might even have a student surprise you. I could imagine an elementary student saying the top right doesn't belong because that's an array and the other ones aren't. So if you think back to our videos and our discussions of arrays, that could be another great opportunity to reintroduce vocabulary that was gone over previously.
Excellent. And what's the website for this one, John?
WODB.ca. We'll put it in the description on the video. But also, if you just Google which one doesn't belong, you will get many, many, hits on that. And they have them, like I said, for things as basic as letters, spinners for probability, shapes if you're working with students about, concave, convex polygons. For older students, there's graphs, lines, parabolas, inequalities, you name it. There's a which one doesn't belong for everybody. So great, again, sense making routine that can take 5 minutes, but what comes out of that 5 minutes is just amazing to hear their reasons and to you to sort of guide the lesson too. Like you might have an intention for your lesson, and through their discussion you can take one of the things they say and tie it into where you're heading in the classroom.
And what a great way to weave in creativity and like original thought.
Exactly. That's the best part too. What the students say will certainly surprise you. That they'll think of such creative reasons for why they think something doesn't belong. And the best part is nobody's wrong. In math class, there's always trepidation about giving a wrong answer or appearing wrong in front of classmates. But with these activities, nobody is wrong. You can suggest just about anything.
And parents, if it's been a while since you've done this math yourself, I imagine you could actually learn from your kids with this, right?
Exactly. So the learning works both ways.
Yeah, exactly. Wonderful. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, John. This was very helpful.
Thank you.
So we're Math Videos for Parents. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps other people find us. We also have a Facebook page, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any topics in math you'd like us to cover. We look forward to helping you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. And again, all links to these activities are in our description, so please feel free to check those out there.
Have a great day.